it's Holly Henry here at PRI, and I'm at the Swift Springs booth with Frank, who was a huge help to our Dirt IMCA program this year. We actually won a championship, and in a large part it was for all the tech and support that he gave to us. So I wanted to stop by and say thank you, first of all, Frank, for everything that you did for us. We couldn't have done it without you, so thanks. My husband, as some of you guys may know, is extremely particular on suspension, so he is...
I thought you were the one that was, not him.
No, there's some things I'm particular on, but suspension is definitely his baby. So he had a lot of questions, and you answered all of them. You're always there for him. So like I said, we really appreciate it. But I wanted to come by and see what you guys got going on for 2019. I know you've just been making leaps and bounds. Every time we're like, I think we need it, you're like, I'm already working on it. I've already got it. It's already in the process. So what's new for this season, or what do you want to tell me about the season that you guys you're wrapping up now?
The season we're wrapping up was amazing. Swift Springs are a really awesome company. I mean, they're so forward thinking. They allow us to think out of the box and build stuff that normally you wouldn't get to build. Our owner's motto is, if we don't build it and test it, how are we going to know if it works? So he's given me really unlimited freedom to try stuff, and we've aligned ourselves with some amazing race teams. And this year it's just been phenomenal. I think we're over 1,000 wins with our race teams, and about 130 some odd championships of all kind, from late model down to stock car and everything. And you know, we've aligned ourselves, like I said, with some really great racers, and that data really helps us. I mean, I think I've spent probably 120 nights at racetracks this year around the country, just trying to get the gist of what the racer's doing, seeing what he's doing, trying to learn. And then we take that back and we talk about, how do we make a better spring? What's going on? And so many classes, nothing's really changed in the last 5 or 10 years, from what springs are in the car to even how we scale a car. And sometimes, why do we scale a car? Because we race our cars at dynamic on dirt versus at static. So we've been able to take that, and we've been able to build some pretty cool stuff. Swift Springs, man, it's a unique company because of the fact that we're the only company in motorsports that actually makes our own material. So we have material that nobody else has, and it starts there, and that's a big, big step. And the processes that we go through, from our grinding process to our tempering process and stuff, and even at the fact that most people don't know that our springs aren't even powder coated.
Yeah.
You know, it's a die in the wire. And it makes the spring where it's just totally different. So customer gets a superior technical spring, as well as a spring that's got some amazing longevity. I think the in the country, as you go through, people look at dirt late model racers.
Yeah.
That's really the core of racing. Those guys are the hardest guys to work with in the country. They're the most talented, and they live on the edge all the time as to what's new, what's great, and they're very critical in what they want. And when you race a year with them, and you come away with, you know, we came away with 8 major championships in late models, and you talk to them and they say at the end of the year, yeah, I got 80 nights on my springs. Okay, did you check them? How's everything look? We're perfect. Everything was within a pound of what we started 80 nights ago. It makes it nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little more expensive than anybody else, but all of a sudden, we saved some guys some huge money this year because of the fact that they didn't have to go buy springs 2 and 3 times.
You get it once,
so it makes it nice.
Yeah.
So for 2019, there's a lot of rule changes that came in, especially with IMCA. They weren't real happy with some of the things we did last year, I guess. I don't know if that's the case or not, but you know, we pushed the technical envelope pretty hard. We came out with some 11-inch front stuff. We have 20-inch, 50-pound springs for the rear, and we also built some 6-inch stuff that was really, really amazing. So for 2019, for modifieds, we have pretty much all the same stuff we had. And for the guys that don't run IMCA, we obviously still have everything.
Yeah.
We're in the process. They're not here yet, but they should be in January. We're building our 9.5-inch line all the way down to 350 pounds.
Wow.
So that's going to be pretty neat. And we've got a new Secret Right spring coming out. I'm pretty excited about that. It'll be out, we're going to actually test it in January. We're not telling anybody, are we? We're not ready to give away the dimensions and stuff yet, but if you know what our 6-inch spring does, this new 11-inch spring is going to do the same thing. Cool. So it's pretty neat. You know, and in everything else we do in racing, we just look at what's next, where do we need to go. We're expanding as far as the fields we're into. We're doing more. We've gotten involved in big block modifieds, late models. Stock cars was an amazing year for us. You know, and that's really, used to think of it as the entry level, but there's so many guys now because the big money races that go ahead and use our springs and stock cars. So it's a really neat dynamic what we got going on, and I'm really excited about where we're going.
Yeah, you should be. And everything you said, 100%. I've seen it happen. It's been the progression of the company has been awesome. Your springs are better quality than any other spring we've ran.
We like to think so.
Yeah, I can testify to that. And then but it's also, you're getting your information, like you said, from seat time, from actual drivers, from actual tracks, and you are going all over the country. For my region, I know a lot of it's hard because a lot of the racing's in the Midwest or the East Coast, but you guys make an effort to communicate with the West Coast driver. Our tracks, our elevation, our heat, and everything's different. Our track prep's different. So I've seen that you guys are getting information and real lifetime data from tracks all across the country, from every class that you just mentioned. So that's a huge key ingredient, I think, into the success. We love the springs. I think you guys are rocking it. I also, you and I have a lot of honest conversations about racing and motorsports in general. So with I have a couple questions on marketing for our racers. A lot of you guys know that I'm very passionate about that. I worked really hard to market my team and market other tracks. We're going to start marketing our juniors track that's coming out this year. So what do you guys look for? I know we got selected, but what do you guys look for in an athlete or a driver that you sponsor? What do you look for, and who do you choose and why?
You know, that's a really good question. We've done some things this year with series that it's not always about who you are, what you've won, and what you've done.
Yeah.
It's more about how you present yourself and what we get back as a company. I work with this next year. You're going to see a lot of really, really young drivers that are coming on board with Swift Springs, because for me, it's kind of cradle to grave. I want guys that want to be on our product a really long time.
Yeah.
But you know, it's about professionalism. As we talk to some of the other people in the industry about what's important, it's about how you present yourself. You know, I want guys that go to the track, and they don't have to have the big toter home or anything. They can be on the open trailer. It's the fact that they present themselves well. Their pit area looks like their car is clean when they show up to the track. They've taken care of the guys that are sponsoring them. The decals, you know, they've replaced them because they got beat up.
Yeah.
We want to see our name. If we're working with you with product in any type of way, shape, or form in a sponsorship, we want to see our representation. And then the other thing is, we want to get back on social media. So the way we get back on social media is, you guys need to send us information, or we need to see that you're doing that. So what I look for is when a guy sends me a sponsorship thing, is how professional it is. You know, you're asking me to either sell you a product at a discounted price, or you're asking me to give you free product. So what do I get in return?
Yeah.
How does Swift take that and parlay it into something? Not everybody can be a national champion. Not everybody is going to be a winner. Not everybody's going to be a state champion or track champion. But you're relevant because of the fact that you're there, you're representing, and people see how well you run, or the fact that we have made such a difference in what you do. So what I tell people is, take some time, get together with somebody, whether it's with Holly and their group, to be able to put together some type of it doesn't have to be completely professional, but something nice.
Yeah.
We want to know who you are, where you live, what you race, how long you've been racing. And oh, by the way, send me a picture of a race car that you have.
Yeah.
You know, don't send me a picture of a car in the weeds and say, if you sponsor me, my car's going to race this year, because I know there's a couple more pieces you need.
Yeah.
You haven't explained how it's going to go from there to the track.
Yeah.
So that's all that we look for. I mean, you don't have to be the greatest driver in the world. You've got to be somebody that's hungry, that wants to win, and that, I think, because of the way you presented me and your ambition and you showed through your presentation, that you're going to be somebody that's going to go out there and tell everybody about what Swift Springs is, or whatever product it is, not just Swift. All of us manufacturers, we talk to each other about how do we get presented. And I get a lot of guys that call me and say, hey Frank, this guy called me up and he's working with you, and how does he do for you? You know, what does he present? What has he done? And it's not always, oh yeah, he won 2 track champions, he did this, he's got 10 wins in a row. It's about, well, the guy shows up to the track, his car's neat and clean, his crew's presentable, the car always has our decal fresh on the car, we can see it. He sends me pictures at the end of each race. That's what's important to us. And that he puts that stuff on social media. Not that we do it. Yes, we're always going to announce your win and stuff. But we want to see you saying it. We got a lot of teams that haven't won that we keep helping because of the fact that they put it on social media. Thanks Swift Springs.
Yeah.
Thank to whoever it is. That's what we get back. That's how we, in turn, are able to sell to other racers because they see that our product works. And they're grateful for what they've been able to improve in their racing program. You know, and one of the things that, and I didn't touch on it, I don't want to jump ship on this, but one of the things that's really important is we talk about technical.
Yeah.
And we've taken it to the next step. We're trying to be more technical. So I make myself available. Whether it's a guy talking about how do we get on board with you, or to a guy talking about, hey Frank, I'm trying to smash something. We got a smasher.
Yeah.
We can smash springs. We can help you with that. So it's about the whole rounded program and customer service.
Yeah.
Customer service on our part and our racers giving us back.
Yeah.
That's really it.
It's huge. Return on investment and showing up. You guys show up for us every race. You make sure any questions we have, all the technical support we need is there. So the racer in turn needs to show up for you guys and make sure that that presence is known, seen, and how thankful we are for all that help and support. So it's, you know, it's like you said, it's relatively simple. Put together a nice, clean package, brand yourself well, and then do that return on investment. Take that extra step. If your sponsors are out there giving you products and all the technical support that Frank does, I mean, we can call him or message him pretty much whenever, and he always gets back to us and gets us the information that we need, and we take that extra step to make sure that those wins, even if we don't win, that when we're at the track, they know that the car's there, it's clean, it's presented well, the pictures are taken, they know those springs are going out on the track that night. So that's a huge thing.
You know, Holly, it's interesting. I've got guys that have won across the country, and I said, send me a picture. Oh, they didn't take any pictures in Victory Lane. If I won a race and I was in Victory Lane, my girlfriend, my wife, my friends, whoever, they wouldn't be going the next week if they didn't take a picture of me getting the trophy. So I know a picture exists.
Yeah.
And you know something? I got guys that send me pictures of the whole family. That's the coolest picture to put up because it shows everybody supports them. And that's what we like to see, because the way I look at it, if I count 12 faces, that's 12 more people that are going to talk about Swift Springs when they see it on social media. So there's no excuse for not having a Victory Lane picture.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is anyone that races, well, dirt I know for sure, but anyone that races in general, it is a family thing, and we're all out there, we're all working on it together, and we all know that what springs and what products are in the car and what went into making that win happen. And you know, Victory Lane, I'm so passionate about it. I'm out there. It's such a big deal, and the interviews with the drivers, so they actually get to say, thank you, Frank, thank you, Swift Springs, thank you for all that you do, thank their family, and they get to share that video. But the Victory Lane picture, like you said, it's somebody with a cell phone, it's just a quick click, it could be the track photographer, but those pictures are out there, they need to be shared and documented. It's not only a huge accomplishment for the family and for the car, but you guys are invested in it too. It's all of us together. Yeah.
We like being part of it.
Yeah.
And we want to be more involved. And that's really the big thing. We're a neat company that has a unique heritage, that we spend a lot of time with our clients and our customers, and we have a passion for what we do. And we've got a team assembled at Swift. These guys bust their butt. You can call us at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and say, we need springs. And you know something, if it's a dealer calling me and says, I need springs out for my customer and they got to go today, my guys jump through hoops to get it out. And I can't ask any more than that.
Yeah.
And my owner, he makes sure we have product in the warehouse. He keeps it rotating. And when I go to him and say, hey, Yaz, I need something built, Yaz is, what do you need to do? And we can't ask for any more than that. So we're here to support you. We want back. We want you supporting us, telling your friends about our product, and hopefully all the success you had on it.
Yeah.
And spread the word about us. I guarantee you, you make a switch, you get on Swift Springs, you will not regret it.
I know we don't regret it. We did really well. We won a championship. So thank you again for everything. Thanks for sharing all that insider information. I'm Holly Henry at PRI, and this was Frank from Swift Springs. So thanks, Frank, for your time.
Thank you.